I'm at an impasse. And this is it. Scammers. I've got 40 different accounts from Elon Musk following me, chatting me up, trying to get me to leave the app to talk to them, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe it in any instant. Let me just state that. However, I have found it fun. I watch Doc Compton, and I find him hilarious. And I admire what he does, and I feel like I could do that. Therefore, that's got me thinking. He has a school. And I can do voices too. I mean, I can play dumb with the best of them. Therefore, that's something I might like to do. I would love to do, I feel like, because I have laughed more in the last 2 days than I've laughed in a very long time messing with these guys. However, we'll see, I'm here. I'm watching Doc this morning. I'm like, yes, I'm on board. It's so hilarious. And it is. However, I actually do have a job to do for the good Lord above us, y'all. God. I have a job to do for God. And so, do I let the world make me decide that I'm gonna go ahead and just go after money, make that dollar, and do something that I probably would love? Yes, I think I might love that. However, I'm conflicted. Here's the confliction. What then? I have to tell the peoples how I feel, what I know, not how I feel. How I feel too as well. However, what I know, a soul is a soul. What about brain transplants? Should we be doing brain transplants, Elon Musk? I want to know. And well, I guess I could only ask you, because you're the first person I heard speaking about this, right? Okay. This is my thought process. The brain is of the flesh, right? I.e., it's made out of flesh. It's of the flesh. Okay. Let's categorize that. The flesh, the vessel. The flesh, the vessel. The brain equals the vessel. Okay. So then what if this is just my question. I only having a GED too, so as well. So I learned this on my own or with God, whichever one is less insane or mentally unstable. Either way, the soul is of the spirit, right? I believe that's in the Bible somewhere. The soul is of the spirit from God. So herein lies my question, Elon Musk. This is just conversation between two friends, buddy, because we're friends at this point. Thank the scammers. Either way, if you get the brain, when you get the brain in the vessel, together with the soul that was never meant to be with that brain in that vessel, providing the soul doesn't die during the surgery itself, because I've thought of that as well. And if the soul dies, then what? No, for real, then what? Ponder that. Either way, so then say the soul is kept alive because of the machines and everything that keep the body, the organs breathing, and so on and so forth. Okay? So the soul then gets the spirit. The spirit then gets the new flesh that never belonged to that vessel that the soul was originally in. So, what are your thoughts on the possibilities of the psychological damage that might do to the soul, the spirit, as well as the vessel, the brain? Because brains are amazing too. Elon Musk, you have a sexy brain, sir. Either way, moving forward, there's something I'd like to ask you. I met God. I well I know. I'm sorry, I apologize. That was not grace, was it? I apologize, God. Either way, I speak to God constantly. He's probably annoyed with me because I talk to him all the time. You know why? Well, because I can't speak to Elon Musk. And ever since I met God, I have been putting all this knowledge. Knowledge is power, education is key, and it's also free. Just when I started recognizing the 3D and opening the other 80% of my brain, because did you know we only use 20% of our brain's capacity? Unless we learn to tap into the other 80%. Well, I've tapped in. I'm awake. I need someone to have a conversation with, because I don't care who's gossiping next door. I don't care who did what last year. And I honestly, to be frank, don't care what you had for dinner last night. I apologize in the most gracious and respectful way possible. I care that there's a mama somewhere crying for her child because there is a lost soul that I took a responsibility from God to reach, and I didn't reach them. If that makes me a bad person because I don't care to have a conversation about remedial things, it don't make me smart. If it makes me bad, fine. Just, I care too much to not care anymore. I care too much to not care anymore. How can a heathen like I used to be go from not giving 10 F's to caring too much to not care anymore? Well, I met God. I met God. I met God. When people like Charlie Kirk get shot in the head because they met God, why would somebody else stand up in front of everybody and say, put a target on me now? Am I that huge? Am I that somebody? Am I a prophet? I'm not in any way implying or claiming to be anything other than just me saying, hey, I just woke up. And I cannot be the only person out here that, one, isn't awake, and two, doesn't know that they have the ability to wake up. Wake up? Where's my soul tribe? I don't know who to trust. So I just don't trust anybody. God. That God. God. How do I know what I know? God told me to go look it up. YouTube, TikTok, a lot of TikTok too. I mean, when you get past the negative and the people just making fun of people and listening to gossip and talking about people, when you get past all that, there's some good stuff. Even the scammers put in good stuff. They don't recognize that they're doing it. They're doing it though. They're just trying to fool somebody. Hey, idiot, you're making me listen to politics. You're broadening my spectrum. So thank you for that, sir. Thank you for that. I apologize. That was ugly, not grace, huh? Thank you for that. Either way, I'm not the one, darling. I'm chosen. Know that. God don't play about me. As far as work, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do now. Am I going to work with Doc? Or am I going to not make money and just tell the people about God all the time? I'm confused. So now I'm going to have a talk with God. Have a good day. Thanks for listening.